Welcome to another episode of Robbie's Pit Stop. I thought today we would start off with a walk around the Audi TT track car to allow you to have a look around, and then we'll be getting on to fitting new coilovers. These are my new BC Racing coilovers, the ER series, which stands for external reservoir. They come with separate compression and rebound damping adjustments. This is the front coilover, and the rear on the Audi TT is a separate damper and spring setup. Both come with key features of having linear valving, 30 clicks of compression adjustment via the external reservoir, and 30 clicks of rebound adjustment from the top of the dampener. The ride height adjustment is separate to the spring preload, with camber adjustable top mounts on the front. They have a monotube damper design, pillow ball top mounts, bearing mounted upper spring platforms, and a tapered bottom mount locking collar to prevent collar working loose. The external reservoir on the ER series increases the capacity of the oil in the damping unit. The additional oil capacity reduces peak oil temperatures, which decreases variation in damping rates due to the oil viscosity. So on the rear, the first job you want to do is remove the inner wheel arch liner. Let's remove the rear top arm. This will allow the hub and the trailing arm to lower down to remove the spring. As always, remove all rust that you can from the end of the bolt before dragging the nut through it all. use a pry bar to splay the end of the top arm where it's been bolted onto the bush. This will allow you to use the pry bar then to lever the top arm off the bushing point and free the hub. As I'm on the ramp, I'm going to set up a pull on the jack to take the weight of the hub as I undo the lower damper bolt. Then we'll move on to the upper 16mm dampener bolt. Now that the dampener's been removed, I can lower my jack that will release the rear spring and housing, allowing us to fit the new. The way the new spring works is you have a top cap, and then you can adjust the ride height by putting different size inserts in between the top hat and the spring. Now that the spring's fitted, we can move on to the dampener. It's always best practice to clean the bolt and put on some medium strength Loctite. At this stage we're not going to fully tighten anything, we just want to fit everything loosely, and once we've got the weight of the car on this corner we can tighten everything in its natural position. Now that the top of the dampener is located, I'm going to jack up the bottom of the hub to allow me to line up the bottom of the dampener to it. So what we're aiming for here is to end up with the drop link, the hub and the dampener all to line up to allow the one bolt to go through and secure it all. As you can see, we need to extend the dampener now so it's in position. Now that the spring and dampener are in position, we can reconnect the top arm onto its bushing. Just take the weight of the car onto the suspension, then we can tighten everything properly, torque it down. This is to make sure that the bushings are all tightened in the position that they'll be in when the car is lowered. For the rear, get the tire back on. After all the suspension's been changed, I will have to do a wheel alignment, and that will also do the height adjustment at the same time. So that's how you fit the rear dampener and spring. Let's move on to the front. So this is the old coilover, and it's held in 3 places: at the top on the top strut, at the lower on the hub, and onto the drop link at the back. So the new one has adjustable camber top mount. So what we need to do with this is remove the full 5 bolts, take the 2 bits apart. The top bit's going to go inside the engine bay, and this cup goes up inside. So as I said, that bit goes up in the engine bay, and that cup goes up inside the strut housing that we were just inside a second ago. Once it's connected on the top strut, it's just a case of raising the hub up onto the coilover, tightening the bolt at the back, and reconnecting the drop link and any cables and brake pipes that you've disconnected from their holders. The final thing to do is to tighten all of these. Now we're back down on the ground. So that's the new suspension fitted, and we'll do another video of the alignment later on. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.